he's got the best seat in the house. He gets to just look around at nature. But I get a free set of weights on me to get a good workout. Just watch where I'm going and not trip is the only important thing. Right, Mom?
Yes, please.
Alright, well, we're on our way for our very first camping trip of the season. Very first camping trip of the season. We got the trailer attached first time. We've done what we think is all the prep. We've de-winterized, I've greased the bearings on the hitch, and we are not frantic, but we are definitely cutting it close getting to our destination here. It says we're going to arrive at 5:21 and the gates close at 5:30. So, got to make sure we get where we're going on time.
Just a little underprepared.
Yep, just a little bit. But this trip isn't about going on a trip. This trip is about going through the steps. So we just wanted to take the baby and the rig and sort of see how things were going to work out, what we're missing, and we're close enough to home that if something is missing, we can go back home again tomorrow and get it. It's not a very big trip. So how did you find the stress of getting ready?
I think as we camp more, we'll get things a little more streamlined. So first time doesn't have to be perfect. We just need to go.
Yeah, that's really right. It's like we need to know what we don't know for this trip so we can fix it for next time when we do want to go have fun.
I think it's actually also a nice campground.
That's true.
Alouette Lake is really pretty. I always like North Beach the most.
Yeah,
just because the access to the water, you get a little bit nicer of a swimming area, but that's less of a factor in the winter, I guess.
I think the water access from where we are is a little bit on the steep side, especially for taking a baby. So we'll have to see how that goes.
We'll just have to go for a walk and test it out.
Yep. Okay, so we've preliminarily set up here. Really basic for us right now. First time out for the year. We've even got the baby set up. And this is what we're doing for now for our sleeping arrangements. So just the kids' bed, but just a fraction of its size. So the kids' bed does go all the way to the end here for about 5 feet. So, you know, any size kid, but for him, he's too small right now. We've just wedged him in between the very end and put a little child gate so he can't fall out. And then on the edge of the pillow, we've got the cooler so he can't go any further. And then we've got pillows on either side of that, just kind of wedging the cooler in tight. So he should be pretty good. We'll let him play there and see if we can spot any problems with this spot before we put him down for any amount of time. We'll make the bed and then maybe sit down for a minute? Yeah. Okay.
What do you have to say about breakfast?
I think this chicken is done. And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's done. And now we just cook some eggs in the other fry pan. I'll turn this down. How was last night?
It was okay. Had some coughing episodes with the baby.
Okay. Like 2 or 3 hours at a time? And then had a little coughing fit? So,
yeah, about that.
Yeah. There he is, coughing away.
Morning, Griffin.
It's 11:30 and we've just finished breakfast, late breakfast. I've got some more coffee boiling. And we're thinking of going for a little walk. It just started to rain, and I think what this first experimental camping trip has done for us has shown that we're not quite ready for the coldness of April, and we need to pack a little bit more, some toques and some more jackets. We're doing okay, but there's some more comfort we could have. The wind is a little bit sharp.
What do you have to say about the morning, Griffin? Brrr, it's cold. Is that your morning report?
So I thought we should talk to the camera about why we want to start filming all this stuff. Right now we're just driving around, deciding what's pretty and what do we want to do for the day, and we realized that we should actually make a point of getting some video of specific things, for actually sharing with everyone. And that calls into attention a really good point that having a camera like this for the purpose of sharing will actually make us do things that we want to do anyway. One of the things we wanted to get out of this whole vlogging or reporting or sharing is that it'll get us off our butts and get us over to the thing that we wanted to do, and if we're too lazy to do it, this will let us get there and give us a little push. So hopefully that'll get us moving.
Plus we want to document our baby's first experiences. This is his first time camping, so yeah, it's something that we want to remember.
Well, and that's part of this trip again, was figuring out what we don't know. So we brought a baby on camping for the first time. What are we missing? Well, you know what we didn't bring? Shoes for a baby. So we have no way to keep the wind off his feet.
Or mittens, or enough clothes.
Yeah, so that, we learned. So we're in the truck, we're in the trailer a little bit more often than we would otherwise be. And we will be going back to town for some other things, so we're going to stop and grab some shoes. Maybe grab some extra coats and things. But we learned something already.
Yeah, I think we didn't take into account that even though it's nice and warm in the city when we left, it was a lot colder when we got to the campground because you're in the forest. And I should have known better, but yeah. I forgot.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the weather, it was sunny this morning when we woke up, and it's hailed twice since then. So it is some patchy weather right now. Five minutes since the last bit of video, and now it's snow hailing. And maybe stopped.
Stopped.
That's weather in the mountains. Some coffee, the baby, and you've got a Coke.
Gotta watch where I'm going because I'm gonna
right.
trip and fall down the mountain.
That's right.
Yeah, I think they went that way.
We don't know where the path is. We're just show them how this path just kind of disappears.
Just kind of ends.
Yeah, Griffer Hiker Cam. He's got the best seat in the house. He gets to just look around at nature and not worry about doing any work. But I get a free set of weights on me to get a good workout. Just watch where I'm going and not trip is the only important thing. Right, Mom?
Yes, please. No tripping allowed. I feel like the sun's gonna start to go down and it's gonna get dark really fast in here because it's already getting dim.
Yeah, it's 6:45, so probably 8 o'clock back at the site at the latest, I would say, because in the mountains it gets dark fast. That tree is surprisingly insurmountable when you've got a baby on your belly. I don't know how I'm going to get over that. Well, I can crawl. That's going to be hard to do with a baby. Here, you take these things. Great, baby. Ready for some limbo?
Be really careful.
It's no fun.
Yay!
You did it. Good job, baby. I just love how big this forest is. You're so tiny and These trees are just monsters. They're so big. We're off the trail now. It came out on the road. We're just heading down to a wooden bridge. It's a bridge that's wide enough for just one car at a time. It's a good view of the creek that's through here. This is Gold Creek, I believe. And we're just gonna take a look around. It's like a natural pool here. It looks like behind this rock the water is swirled and made like a 2-foot deep pool. It'd be great to swim in if it wasn't so cold out today, but it's so clear. It goes all the way out to Alouette Lake. We're not going to make it there today. It's starting to get a little dark. So what do you think of this scenery? Yeah, I agree.
The water looks especially cold because it's so green.
So green and clear.
I definitely don't want to go swimming right now.
No, yeah.
Maybe if it was 30 degrees out.
We've walked down to Gold Creek. It's a really nice, pretty spot to. This would be a great spot to have a picnic and just take your time, go fishing, go for a swim in the summer. It's so beautiful. We figure we just walk back up and make a fire and relax for a bit.
Have some dinner.
All right, let's head back. I know they're trying to make less garbage, but they have the recycling so that you can only put one can in at a time. That's
So everyone just piles their stuff
everyone
up.
piles their bags of sorted stuff that's been sorted and ready to go. Piles it in front because they have to put one can in at a time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna do one more walk around and then we'll go.
Okay. There's a little itty bitty spider there. I really don't want him to come into the truck. Eee!
Are you ready to go, Griffin? For a first experience, that was pretty good. First baby camping, we kept it simple. We were a little cold, but the trailer really helped. I think tenting would be epically harder, but we did just fine, so I'm glad we got the trailer. And I like that it's so small, that it's a tiny trailer, not a bigger trailer, because I don't want to live in it. I want to just use it for sleeping and bathroom and somewhere warm. So, I think that was great. First camping of the season, baby's first camping.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Well done.
You too.